What's going on, everybody? Today we're on the east side of Oahu, diving once again. A little bit deeper waters, but it sure was fishy. Headed out with the boys, Captain Joel, B-Boy, and Jace, and everybody was able to take home some fish. Alright guys, let's get right into the action. First drop of the day, I missed a nice sized moonu, and kind of throw off my game already. So I seen this collie cruising by, just dive bomb, just make sure my gun was out in, take a shot, mid body, and just got right back in the groove right away. I mean, I didn't want that first miss to dictate how the rest of my day was gonna be, so shot a little nice collie and he's on the board. I'm rocking the Roy wetsuit today. And I like using this suit on the east side just because there's a lot of Roy too, and it's one of our more popular suits. They sell out as soon as we get them in, so yeah, check them out on our website, adventurewetsuits.com. Right after that, I shot a big Opelu Kala. Just came right in. I just dropped and shot it. I didn't want to, fiddle with your GoPro too much, because whenever you do that, that's tendency to miss your opportunity is when you're messing around with the GoPro. So shot it, put it on my coolie, then another one swam by. I think a couple of them. So slowly dive bombing them, hit them, and just letting them run. I mean, they're pretty strong. They're pretty big Opelu Kalas, and while the fish was on, I noticed Jace in the distance dropping on another Opelu Kala, so I try to swim mine to him to keep the fish kind of hanging around, and he was able to drop and hit one too. Stoked. So swimming around looking for more good fish to shoot. Spotted a taco from the surface, so here I'm trying to drop on him, following him as he moves and getting the right angle that I would want to poke him out of. A lot of people poke the taco to get him out. I try to scoop him out or push him out of his hole, but I noticed he was grabbing onto my shaft, so a little tug of war. I was able to get him out of his home and swim up with it. When the taco is fully stretched out on my arm, I can see the eyes clearly. I bite them between the eyes, and that's a technique that I always used as long as I can remember. I grew up biting taco in the eyes, and after you bite them, they turn white. They just go limp, so that's how you know the taco is finished. And next to that first taco, there was another one kind of cruising by, so I was able to poke him out, grab him, and then swim to the surface, look for that eye, and just bite right in between it. You'll see them turn white, and that's how you know that they are down. Well, swimming around, I found a collie, and he was kind of just dancing, going up and down to the reef, not even swimming left to right, just straight up and down in this little pocket. He must have been stalking something himself, so I took a drop kind of further away, and I stuck out my gun, hoping that the flasher on my gun tries to attract him in, but he didn't move at all. He just kept going up and down, so I crept up, waited for my shot, and then took it. So studying the fish behavior allows you to be more successful when shooting fish. Watching, if it's running away, if it's with a group, if it's stalking something else, and you'll learn where to drop and how to approach. So I swam on a little deeper water, and I noticed this terrain had a lot of cracks, so I took a drop. I'm trying to look in a crack that I thought was maybe an Omilu overhang or a small Ulua house, so I took a drop. You can see me inching up, trying to approach trying to find out if it is actual crack, but it was just like a wall. So there wasn't anything cruising in there, and I turn around, you can see my float, and right behind it I see a small school of collies, and I'm just trying to play and wait for my shot, make sure I don't hit or get tangled in my anchor. He came up and I got a solid shot on him. It was definitely turning out a real fishy day, and right after I shot this collie, I wanted to find a little bit bigger game, maybe uku. So I swam out a little bit deeper. We did have some chum with us, so I started chumming, waited patiently. A lot of the hoggies came in and they kind of ate most of my chum, so I had to chum a little bit heavier. And on the bottom I noticed ulua. Well, at first I thought it was like a white ulua or papio. It's kind of zipping by, eating chum at the very bottom. It's about 50 feet at the bottom, so I'm just dropping slow in the chum, trying to see if he'll hang around, and he sees me dropping, starts to swim away, and I just take that one Hail Mary shot and I hit it. And the whole time I'm thinking it's gonna rip off, it's gonna rip off. I can't see how well my shot was, so I loosen my drag as I swim to the surface, because if you put too much pressure on the fish, keep that drag super tight, it gives it more chances to rip off. So loosen the drag, swim to the surface, and just slowly ease and fight that omilu all the way to the surface. As I started pulling it up, I noticed I did have a good shot, that my barb was engaged, so I didn't know how much fight the fish had in it, so I'm just pulling it slowly. This stage, you know, you don't want to lose anything, so grab him by the tail and shot this nice omilu. Woo. While I was just admiring this fish, you know, looking around to see if anything else was cruising by in the chum line, and I noticed another taco at the bottom, so I took a drop for it, got close. I knew it was kind of good size, so had nowhere to hide. I just grabbed it and swam it back to the surface. I use that same technique, even though it's a bigger taco. I bite them between the eyes. I wait till the legs are fully spread out on my arm, because if the legs are going all over the place and has a chance to rip off your mask, and that's the last thing you want. After that, we changed spots. We tried looking for more clean water, but the winds kind of picked up, the tide changed, and we just wanted to jump in one more time before heading in. So this spot was super murky, but had a lot of fish, you know, cruising all these cracks. There was some goats, some munus, some uhus. So I took a blind drop, and immediately I see this uhu. So it was a little bit surgy. He kind of swam away, so I just held back. I didn't want to chase the fish. I was watching his behavior, and he was pretty mellow. Then he started coming towards me, so I lunged a little bit, take a shot, and he ran. And uhus, when they run, you know, they pick up this big cloud of dust and guts, and they're just powerful fish with tough scales. And at any time you have a bad gut shot, you don't want to lose it. It has a greater chance. They're very strong fish, so I got a breath, went down, and just put the knife in the brain just to subdue the fish right away. Makes it easier for me to land it. So I ended the dive with, you know, real nice uhu that we stuffed later on that week, and I had a great day. Everybody had a great day. It was, you know, good times all around. Everybody's bringing home good fish. And it was just one of those fishy days that we was just lucky to be out in the right spot where it all came together. Captain Joel, B-Boy, Jace, and myself eating good. Till next time, like, subscribe, and join us on our next venture.